This is CB Smallwood, and welcome to Mental Junk Food, a place where we talk about all things comics, sci-fi, horror, fantasy, pop culture, and everything in between. And today, we're going to talk about something that has been kind of memory hold, maybe, or just forgotten. I don't know how you want to put it, but it was kind of a big thing when it was first announced, and then it just went poof, it went away. And that is Ethan Van Sciver, AllCaps Comics, publishing what would have been Jawbreakers number 4. So we're going to get into that the best we can and go over a little bit of what I could find. There's not a lot, surprisingly, on the internet about this, what happened to this, so we're going to cover it. So let's go ahead and get started. Now this article, to kind of give us a little bit of information about this, comes from The Splintering, thesplintering.com. When this was released, when this headline broke, it was on a Friday. A renowned comic book creator, Ethan Van Sciver, which, for those that don't know, was the guy who kind of made Green Lantern a big deal again with Jeff Johns, announced that his independent publishing house, AllCaps Comics, will be publishing future books by Richard C. Meyer, including the yet untitled Jawbreakers 4. Meyer and his own venture, Splato Comics, currently have several books in the hopper awaiting fulfillment, including the third Jawbreakers book, Grand Bazaar. The AllCaps publishing deal won't go into effect until Splato's current slate is clean, and any of Meyer's books published by AllCaps will maintain the Splato Comics branding as an imprint label. This is a monumental development in indie comics. Jawbreakers Lost Souls is largely recognized as being the first book to be launched as part of Comicsgate, a movement of comic book consumers and creators disillusioned with plummeting comic shop sales and concerns of political and ideological encroachment into the professional practices of the mainstream comics industry. Van Sciver's Cyberfrog series has since become the most successful franchise in the Comicsgate movement. All right, so right here we've got a snippet from Twitter, kind of summarizes a lot of what we just read, and this is kind of where this information comes from. There was YouTube videos done about this at the time. I remember it was a big deal. People were excited on Comic Artist Pro Secrets in the chat on the live stream when Ethan Van Sciver would talk about it. And the best of my understanding now, because I don't know where the video's at, I don't even know how to begin to look for it, because a lot of times some of the big news items in his videos, he doesn't really have it in the title or the thumbnail of his videos. For example, it's hard to find when Dale Keown first made a guest appearance on Comics Artist Live Pro Secrets. You can't find Shane Davis's first appearance, and so forth and so on. I mean, maybe you can. I can't. So this is another one of these things, and I remember it being talked about, and then all of a sudden, maybe like a week later or 2 weeks later, it was done. You know, from memory, it seems like what was talked about with this is Richard C. Meyer, your boy Zach, formerly of Diversity in Comics, just kind of changed his mind on things, and that was that. There wasn't too many details given, as far as I can remember, as to why it was canned. But this was a big deal, because what this would entail at the time was that AllCaps Comics, which is Ethan Van Sciver, he would be publishing Jawbreakers from here on out, and he was going to get John Malin, who I think may have drew the first book that people were aware of from Richard C. Meyer, because Jawbreakers had a issue prior to John Malin. But anyway, everybody associates John Malin with being the first artist on Jawbreakers, and so he was going to get him back to draw it, because he thought that he was a big draw for it and stuff like that. And I guess he was just going to oversee everything. You know, it's going to get printed and shipped and fulfilled. He was going to do the whole shebang. So the thing is, it comes down to how much of a cut did he want in order to do this? How much money did even Ethan Van Sciver want to do this? Maybe this is what killed the deal, or maybe it's not. It could be artistic control. The thing is, at the time, and still to this day, Richard C. Meyer is publishing multiple books. He doesn't want to do just one thing. He doesn't just want to do Jawbreakers. He wants to publish different potential franchises and different types of one-shots and stories that he wants to tell. And the beauty of this deal, in my opinion, is EVS for short. He was enthusiastic. He was very enthusiastic about publishing Jawbreakers under AllCaps. And I think it would have worked out great because basically Richard C. Meyer could focus on all these these oddball projects and these potential new franchises, and he would have a source of income coming in that he had nothing to worry about. He didn't have to promote the book. He didn't have to do nothing. It was all AllCaps Comics is going to take care of all of that. Now, I don't know if he was going to be involved with the writing of it. I'm assuming not. I could be wrong about that. But this was really cool. It reminded me of Heroes Reborn. Now, forgive me for not having everything pulled up for you, all this other stuff. But back in 1996, this was another big deal. Jim Lee and Rob Liefeld and a couple other people. They were coming back to Marvel Comics, and they was going to revive the Avengers, Fantastic Four, Iron Man, Captain America, a lot of these classic staple characters that helped make Marvel what it was. At the time, in 96, a lot of these books were kind of languishing, with the exception of maybe Captain America under Mark Waid and Ron Garney. They had their team, the editors of Captain America, had got word that Heroes Reborn was happening. So what they did was they tried to kill the deal by putting Mark Waid and Ron Garney on Captain America prior to this happening to build interest in the book, in which they did. They did a really good job. But anyway, Heroes Reborn was really cool, really fun, and to me, in my opinion, I still think it holds up very well to this day, with the exception of probably like the last six issues of each one of these books. And the reason is, after the first 6 issues of Avengers and Captain America, Rob Liefeld left over financial issues with Marvel. He didn't feel like they was going to keep honoring the prior agreement. And Jim Lee at the time was hungry, and he took over Rob's books that he was publishing, which was Captain America and Avengers. And quality started to suffer on all 4 books, Fantastic Four and Iron Man and the rest, as he was trying to become the publisher or editor-in-chief or whatever of Marvel Comics. And that was almost a done deal, but it fell through, and history shows us that he ended up at DC to do exactly what he wanted to do in Marvel. And also, what time I'm talking about this, I found this. I thought this was pretty interesting. I don't remember this. I don't remember seeing this, because this is about the time when there was a big shift made from comics being pulled from gas stations and grocery stores and everything, and being exclusive to comic shops. So it kind of limits, where you can get books. But this is Remnants. Heroes Reborn is a bunch of one-shots, and this one is actually drawn by Ethan Van Sciver. And the first word on here says Kelly. Is that Kelly Sue DeCarmick? How do you pronounce her last name? Or is that Joe Kelly? Who wrote this? I don't know. It's interesting. I'm going to look this up, though. I'm glad I found this. This looks really interesting. So anyway, that's how I viewed Jawbreakers being published by AllCaps Comics. It was exciting. It was going to be really cool. And then all of a sudden, poof. And here's the other thing I want to point out. At this time, AllCaps Comics was firing on all cylinders. I mean, there was a lot of momentum building and growing. Ethan, basically Ethan Van Sciver, one of his buddies from back in the day, who drew and created and wrote whatever, Snowman, he was relaunching Snowman under the AllCaps Comics label. A crowdfunding campaign for Snowman, A Cold Day in Hell, a revival of the 90s horror book created by Matthew Martin. There we go. And was originally published by Hall of Heroes, which was also a former publisher of Cyberfrog, aka, well, not aka, but Ethan Van Sciver's property. So he was, AllCaps Comics was publishing this. AllCaps Comics was, I think they published this, which is Creed Reimaginary. Creed was huge in the indie scene back in the day. This 15, 16-year-old artist at the time was drawing this kind of out-of-this-world comic called Creed. This article says, overnight the crowding campaign for Creed Reimaginary ended successfully, crossed the blessed six figures threshold by raising more than $100,000 in the closing hours. It was created by Trent Kanuga. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. A revival of his Creed series from the 1990s. And here's another one AllCaps Comics was publishing. And this is something else that got me memory hold, which was Kyle Ritter's. He is the colorist for Cyberfrog. Starblades. He drew this. He colored this. This is amazing. This is probably one of the best visually put together comics in the whole Comicsgate and indie scene. And let's see, let's read a little bit about it. The first title I'll be reviewing is Kyle Ritter's Starblades. As a reviewer has gone before me, we're wont to do, the categories would be, well, I'm not reading all that. But anyway, Starblades, kind of a big deal. It raised good money, and it got fulfilled by AllCaps Comics. So you had all these books, Starblades, you had Creed, you had Snowman. Okay, he's publishing all this, and then he was getting ready to publish Jawbreakers 4, and then Jawbreakers from then on. And this would have been awesome passive income for Richard C. Meyer. It would have been a win-win for everybody, but something happened. Within that week or two of that announcement, poof, nada, nothing. Nothing could be found, my friends. If you find anything, let me know, because I'm sincerely interested in this. And I've actually, I kind of asked around a little bit, but not too much. And speaking of asking around, I asked, or attempted to ask, Richard C. Meyer, because he's a very elusive figure. So I went to his YouTube channel, and in his this video is several days old now. Less is more. You only need 1,000 fans to be successful, even fewer if they are whales, which is got some really good advice in here, facts and figures, numbers, and kind of back up the claims that's asserted in this. So that's pretty cool. So I took a shot, because you can't find your boy Zach on Twitter, I don't think he's on Facebook or any other social media. YouTube is his thing. Now everything else is private, so who knows? And this is the only way I knew to reach out to him. So I asked him a question. I said, shoot, get this crap out of here. Let me try to highlight something here. It's a question. Why didn't Jawbreakers get published by AllCaps Comics? I'm asking because that was a big deal in the indie Comicsgate scene, and then poof, it was gone. Any info will be appreciated. Now, I felt bad about it because, some people are very sensitive about things, and in the case of YouTube, like, why are you commenting about something that's not even related to this video at all? So I wrote a reply to my own comment. I said, well, shoot. I said, sorry, this has nothing to do with your video. I just don't know where else to reach you to ask this, which is sincere. So, right now, as of today, this video has 49 comments. This is one of the earlier comments on his video, maybe number 20 or something. I don't know what number it was. So I'm fairly certain he's seen it. And the reason I say that is when you go to when you go to a private tab, okay, this is the same video. Less is more. You'll need 1,000 fans to be successful. 49 comments. And because I'm not signed in here, you're not going to see my comment at the top. So let's see if we can find the purple bar where it says CB Smallwood. So we're going to scroll down slowly. And we're going to try to look for my comment, you know. And it's just 49 comments. And so far I'm not seeing it. Not seeing it. It's not here. No purple bar. No purple bar. Well, there it is. And also, I want to point out that even though there's 49 comments listed on here, I think there's only 41 that are published. So I don't understand that. Is it a weird YouTube thing? What's going on here? Why is there roughly 41 comments, unless I miscounted, that are actually published, but there's 49 in total? That's odd, isn't it? Why isn't my comment here? So I went to Google. If I can pull my stuff up. There we go. I went to Google. I asked Google, and this is what Google AI had to say. And I asked it, can you hide comments on YouTube? It says yes. There are several ways to hide comments on YouTube, including turning off comments for the video, hide comments from specific users. Let's read this one. You can hide comments from specific users across all videos on your channel. This also prevents them from creating clips from your videos or live streams. So is that what happened to me? Did I touch a sensitive subject? I don't know. I sincerely didn't mean to, but regardless, it was interesting. So here we are, Ethan Van Sciver's AllCaps Comics. Could have published Jawbreakers for. Never happened. Could have happened. So what do you guys think about this? Is this interesting? Was you excited about this? Did you even know about it? Do you care either way? And if you do know about this, by the way, can you please let me know what killed this deal from happening? As always, if you thought this video was informative, you liked this video, I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. So can you hit that like button and subscribe? I really, really, really appreciate it. Anyways, as always, this is CB Smallwood saying I will see you in the next video.